Hey, what's up everybody? This is Natural Soap Man with another video here on another Tuesday. And guys, I may have possibly found a diamond in the rough here. This company is known as the Ash Hopper Soap Company. And this week I'm actually going to be reviewing the Peppermint and Eucalyptus by these guys. So let's get right into the video. Alright, first things first guys, we're going to get straight into looking at the soap itself. Because this soap, as kind of like last week's Luminance, this soap actually comes naked, as you can tell. Meaning it doesn't have no labeling, no boxing or anything like that to look at. So we're gonna get straight into actually look at the soap itself. And first things first, as you can tell, it has like this really unique two-tone type of deal. Kind of a greenish color, I guess. Yeah, kind of gray, almost like a salt and pepper, but kind of greenish, grayish looking tone color, but regardless, I know it looks a little small on camera, but this soap actually comes in at 5.5 ounces. It's actually a little bit bigger than it's actually a little bit bigger than a bar from Dr. Squatch, which comes at only at 5 ounces. So it actually gives you a whole half an ounce, a little bit bigger here. And just by looking at the soap, man, you could tell it's handcrafted. You can tell that somebody actually took the time to make this soap. You saw like the size, the top, the stamping even in the middle of it. It really has like this hand press feel to it, and it's really cool. I'm actually gonna go ahead and post the ingredients on the screen now, and as you can tell, there's not that many ingredients. You have your oils, your naturals, I should say, and your 2 essential oils that gives it a scent, which also have their properties and things like that, and a clay or salt, whatever. The company really highlights and focuses on being all natural. And you can tell, you can see it. It has a very natural look. It smells very natural. You can tell. You can absolutely tell. But now that we took a closer look at the soap, let's go ahead and move on to the next part of the video where we do a sniff test. And I always try to do my best to give you guys my best, my best shot at trying to describe this scent to you guys. So let's get right on to it. And as you could probably tell by the name of the soap, yes, the soap does feature a peppermint and eucalyptus smell. Why I actually chose the soap, because I actually reached out to this company. I discovered this company through Instagram. I reached out to them, yada. They were very gracious, and they actually sent me a few of their soaps. They sent me, I think, about like 6 bars of this soap to try and get a feel for them. And after smelling all of them and trying them all and things like that, I have to admit the peppermint and eucalyptus really stood out to me. And I even have to go as far as saying this is actually, no joke here, this is actually one of the best peppermint eucalyptus scents I have smelled in a very long time. I was actually really impressed. It's one of those things where they lean into the peppermint and they allow the eucalyptus to complement the peppermint. Here the peppermint gives like this sweetness and it has like that minty, smell that peppermint is famous for. But it also provides that like nasal opening intenseness of the eucalyptus. And it just makes for a really cool combo. And they just have such a really nice balance between those two. And that really stood out to me. It really did. Versus some of the other soaps where I didn't get that same impression. Where the balance of these 2 scents, man, really very impressive. And I'm a big fan, if you watched any of my videos before, I'm a big fan of peppermint. I love peppermint smells. I like eucalyptus. Not a big fan of eucalyptus, you know what I mean? But I do like it. It just has to make sense. And for me, it just can't overdo it. It could be a nice compliment, but that's where it stops for me. I don't like eucalyptus that much. Especially when it's like overpowering. It gets obnoxious to me and I just don't like the smell that much for that. But here, they just do such a good job to just allow it to be a compliment, to be the backup, if you will. But overall, man, this is such a really cool combo. And props to them, man. Seriously, really well job done here. Gotta admit, again, I'll harp on it. literally one of the better, if not one of the best smelling peppermint eucalyptus soaps I have smelled in quite some time actually. So, but with that being said though guys, let's go do the lather test, get a quick lather, I'll show you that, and come back here, I'm gonna wrap it all up and put some thoughts on whether or not you should. Cool deal. Now that we saw the lather test, as you can tell guys, really impressive lather there, which is really to be expected when you consider all the oils in it. The olive, the coconut oil really give that rich and creamy lather. But to kind of go back over everything, kind of wrap the video up, there's no label, right? It comes in naked, so it's very environmental conscious there. We talked a little about the scent. I'm telling you, man, it's one of the better, definitely one of the better peppermint eucalyptus. I'm not saying it's the best, but I'm definitely saying, or willing to say, it's definitely one of the better peppermint and eucalyptus smelling bars soap you're probably gonna get. At least I have. You know, which is also really, really impressive when you consider these guys are on the up and up, man. They're essentially a startup at this point. You know, are definitely a younger company, still in their first year. And for them to come out with something like that, it's really impressive. You know what I mean? Because I've smelled soaps from companies that have literally been doing it for years and just don't get that right. I guess especially with the eucalyptus and peppermint things. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of companies just don't get it right. You know what I mean? In terms of value, this bar soap comes at a 5.5, so it's got some good size. And most of their soaps come in at $9. So not bad. It's kind of standard, pretty average there. Getting a little bit of bigger bar, but it comes a little bit more than the average of $7. So I guess it's pretty on par. And when you also look at the ingredients are outstanding. And I love the fact that there's not too many of them. I really always dig that. Something that really stood out to me, all the soaps, regardless of the smell or what they were doing with it, all had like this underlying like earthy smell to it. Kind of hard to explain, not sure what gave them that, but I just thought it was really cool, really unique. So I really haven't experienced it. Like it really just gave it like a really natural smell. But that kind of wraps up everything. I think overall, impression wise, in terms of just how it made my skin feel and things like that, I think the soap performed very well. I'm not surprised. I mean, not surprising when you consider there's just only oils and essential oils, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all you get here. So I'm not surprised that the soap was very oily, left my skin moisturized, and had a very simple, subtle smell. And I think at the end of the day, I think it did well, you know? So at the end of the day, when you look at everything and taking everything in consideration, I have no problem recommending this soap. I think it's an excellent, high quality made soap, and I absolutely love recommending soaps that are made by mom and pop shops, if you will, or the little guy soaps, right? But ultimately, guys, this concludes my review. I hope you found it informative. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope that, as always, kind of introduce something that broaden your soap game, if you will. And as always, my friends, this is Natural Soap Man with another review here on another Tuesday. And I hope you got some value out of it, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, consider clicking that like, sharing with your friends and family, and even possibly subscribing. But until next time, guys, you take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.